Good day, ma'ams and sirs, and welcome to the Number 9 with Tommy podcast. Where do we even start? I mean, there's so much to say. We've got the footage from Uvalde, seems black and white, not too much gray. Jalen Walker's body cam footage, too. And there weren't too many strays. On top of that, I've been sending Colin and Cole a ton of hip hop hooray. Tommy and Griff have finally started their next podcast adventure, and Second Armament gear is being seen in every store that you enter. Speaking of Nikki and the amazing product by which our boy stands, he's not on the show today because he's at the concert of his favorite boy band. Right now, Nick is warming up his vocals, getting ready to sing along to every single nostalgic Backstreet Boys song. His knees are weak. His arms are heavy. He's got Justin Timberlake's cologne sprayed on his Second Armament sweater already. Nick is harder than a micro-sized Where's Waldo picture, and he's fighting his way past teenage girls to get to the front row, hoping that he's the victor. He's hoping to just touch the hand of such a man, any single member from this fucking band. Thank God he brought spare clothes with him for tailgating. Now we won't be embarrassed all night about prematurely ejaculating. Anyways, there's lots of good, there's lots of bad, and more than enough crazy. So let's get this show started and not keep them waiting. Tommy fucking Washington, what's been up, man? How are you?
Pat, I'm so fucking disappointed in you.
Why are you disappointed in me?
You might as well throw away that fucking goddamn intro.
Why?
Justin Timberlake wasn't part of the Backstreet Boys, you dumb fuck.
I mean, I don't know who's in which boy band.
Dude, you couldn't look it up?
I'm sure I could. So many times today I said Nick Lachey because, for the record, Miss Elizabeth is also at the Backstreet Boys concert, which makes more sense. But I kept saying Nick Lachey. Apparently, he was the guy from 98 Degrees. I don't fucking know who these people are. Justin Timberlake obviously was in NSYNC, but I was trying to think of who would have a cologne from the Backstreet Boys, and I was like, I don't know if any of them are famous. Like, Justin Timberlake's super famous. He's got to have a cologne.
They're all fucking famous. They were in the Backstreet Boys.
Name them.
I don't know. I didn't listen to the Backstreet Boys. That's a lie.
Right,
I'm sure I did.
My intro stands.
That's a lie. I'm sure I did. But I know that Justin Timberlake was part of NSYNC.
I'm pretty sure the Backstreet Boys did that. You are my fire. But I have no clue.
My one.
Yeah, the Desire. Yeah. I Want It That Way. That was the name of that song.
Pat, what's up, yeah? Yeah, so me and Griff sure did spend a few hours together yesterday.
Wait a second. You said Second Armament wasn't going to be on the show. And he's coming. Oh my God. He's coming. Oh, this is so bad.
Yeah, he said, hurry up, fuckers. So he's watching the show and watching the Backstreet Boys. He definitely
just watched that whole intro.
There's no way that he could hear what was said. He's in a concert.
I mean, the concert doesn't start for another 18 minutes. He could have his volume up. He could have headphones in. We don't know.
Well, and that's 7:30, isn't? That's just the first. I'm sure they're gonna have an opener. Where is the concert?
Who opens for the Backstreet Boys?
I don't know. They'll have somebody fucking opening for him.
Like the Spice Girls? Like, I don't even know how this works, bro.
I'm so glad you brought up the Spice Girls. So the show I've been watching references the Spice Girls, and it's so funny because he's like, where's Sporty Spice? Where's whatever the fuck all these Spice Girls were? I don't even know any of them. The only one I know is Sporty Spice. And he goes,
come on, yo, Baby Spice, Sporty Spice, Posh Spice, Ginger Spice, and oh my God, Scary Spice.
Yeah, so he's like, where are all these people? And he's like, I don't know. And he like knows what they've all been doing since the Spice Girls. He goes, not one of them made it without the Spice Girls, but together they're the motherfucking Spice Girls. We're the Spice Girls. It's pretty good. Pretty good analogy.
Nick, did you hear the intro? Like, I see that you said, hurry up, fuckers. I see that you said, yo, but I don't know if that was like, yo, what up? Or like, yo, what the fuck?
I think it was like, yo, like, what up? Because he did it before you finished the intro.
Gotcha.
Actually, really before you even started. But
well,
anyway.
Nick, for the record, I had the Second Armament about being in every store line in there. And then Tommy was like, oh, Nick won't be on because he's at a concert. And I was like, wait a fucking second. I was like, I can tell you what concert he's at because Miss Elizabeth's at the concert. And that's when we added all the ridiculous just battle rap bashing of you. But we told you we were going to do it.
Facts. So yeah, I've been watching a new show. It's called The Boys. It's been out for a few years on Amazon. I was telling you about it before the show. I definitely recommend it. Griff said that it was better than Yellowstone. He's high on fucking smack. There is no way in hell that show is better than Yellowstone, but it is good. I'm currently almost through with season 2. I'm gonna try and finish it tonight. There's only 3 seasons, so Nick just texted me, "Do I have shit service? But greatest intro ever. Have fun. I'll be watching later." So that'll be good.
We're just gonna text him and ask if he saw it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all I've been doing pretty much all week. And Griff came over yesterday. We set up. I'll show you guys the. We could actually probably real quick just switch it over. I think. Show you what the overlays look like on the live stream at least. Oh, I probably just broke something. So that's our new lane 9.5 with Tommy. That's gonna be the
Is sitting in a lazy boy?
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and if it wasn't, I cut off the bottom, but I made a bet slip for that, and it says number 9 bets on it. It's. I did a lot of work with the cover when we first talked about the show. I haven't done much with it since, but that's why it came over yesterday because we're gonna start recording probably in the next few weeks. We're gonna probably do one a week through the whole month of August and get us right into football season. So it's gonna be fun. Good times. What are you chewing at?
Got
Sunflowers?
some sweet and spicy sunflower seeds.
Fantastic. I ordered Joe's tonight. Griff and I had the pizza from Pizza Express last night. He was
Big Mac.
over. Yeah, well, it's not. Stop calling it a Big Mac pizza because it's called a cheeseburger pizza.
We both know what it is.
And we got the garlic knots, and Griff ate a whole thing of garlic knots by himself. I wish that was a lie. And then he ate a whole pizza by himself. I wish that was a lie as well.
They're both amazing.
Yeah, they're very good.
Miss Elizabeth doesn't know this yet, but apparently she brought me home her Chili's leftovers, and I thank her for that. We'll find out if they were really for me tomorrow.
I'm sure they were not, but you know how it goes. So Pat, we got one piece of mail. You want to do the mail time?
Let's do it.
I forgot to pull out the song segments. I gotta open those real quick. Shouldn't take long. Fuck.
Well, you're really falling apart over there.
No, I'm getting all of them open that we need.
Okay.
I figure why I wanted to stop for as long next time. I should have had all these open to begin with. Pat, you're not very good at entertaining the crowd while I'm doing work over here.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought you paused the podcast.
I can't pause the live stream. I did pause the podcast. I cannot pause.
Okay.
This.
For those of you watching the live stream, what I'm doing is I'm selecting a TikTok, which we're going to use to then give away free stuff.
I can't do that now.
Why?
I wanted to do that before the show so that I could have it ready to go, not spur of the moment. You know what I mean? That tends to get us in trouble, but we'll see how it plays out. All right, so we got one piece of mail. It's from our boy Griff. He was an answer to Am I the Asshole? Pat, do you want to give a quick recap of what the Am I the Asshole was?
Yeah, the Am I the Asshole was the story about the mother who got a peanut butter cake for her child, as well as a vanilla cake for any of the children who may not be able to have peanut butter cake. And then her sister lost her fucking marbles. She was so excited that her husband had to bring her inside. That was an outdoor birthday party. Her husband had to bring her inside and calm her down because she was accusing her sister of trying to kill her son, blah, blah, blah. And it was the woman who posted the OP, the original poster, was the mom who was throwing the birthday party and was saying, like, am I the asshole for literally giving my son what he asked for his birthday and possibly putting this other kid and whatever other kid may have a peanut butter allergy at risk? The question was, is she in fact the asshole?
So to that, Griff sent in, fellas, I wanted to throw my 2 cents in on this one, as this is a subject my wife and I both agree that the mom was in fact definitely 100% not the asshole. Not having kids, I'm sure my viewpoint may be slightly different, but I am tired of our world being dictated by the whims of people who can't possibly be expected to police and take care of themselves and their own families. It is up to the masses to provide a world that caters to their needs, and in many circumstances at the exclusion of all else. We started getting frustrated with these types of mindsets when we heard that the Hartford Yard Goats no longer allow peanuts at their ballpark. Wow, that's right, no peanuts at a ball game. Reminds me of a song with a crying emoji. I don't mean to say that we should purposely put people in quote-unquote danger, but I don't feel like we should be put in these positions to say one is allowed to make a decision in their own self-interest. If that Karen didn't like that she served peanut butter cake, that she should fuck off and leave. Griff. Yeah, I agree with Griff on this one 100%.
Second Armament also took the time to post this on Facebook and Instagram. There was some pretty good chat. We had some responses. We even took the time to formulate a response to this, which we thought was pretty funny. That's why we posted it.
So,
this was a good topic.
We have picked. Well, we had Second Armament pick the winner, and we're going to cover that later in the show. But there is. I'm going to include this in the mail time segment, even though.
Oh my God! Phobic Squirrel said, "Yeah, Griff, keep it buck, young blood."
For real though, for real. Like, it's that simple. So, on I don't know what day it was. Maybe it was either Monday or Tuesday. I was busting number 3's ass that he doesn't listen to the show anymore, and he stuck his head inside my office and said, "I sure do," and that lady is 100% the asshole. And I said, "Excuse me, Karen." That's literally what I said. I said, "Excuse me, Karen." And he said, "That lady knew that her nephew had a peanut allergy." You know what? Most people don't celebrate their birthdays on their actual birthdays, their parties. So just get the kid a peanut butter cake on his birthday and get the vanilla cake for everybody at the party. And I'm like, no, that's not how life. And he went in this big long thing. So after I called him a Karen and kind of tore him up in front of everybody a little bit, this is what he posted on the video. He said, "Okay, so hear me out. I am not one to really ever side with a quote-unquote Karen. However, there may be a few things that make me think she's in fact an asshole. Sometimes plain human compassion is being seen as being a Karen. First off, the severity of most peanut allergies are bad enough to make a kid go into anaphylaxis very quickly. That is not true. In most cases, that is not the case, Mason. It is also one of the only allergies that you can have a reaction without ingesting the food, either by skin contact or even particles in the air. So what Mason is saying is we should ban every peanut butter, peanut anything. Peanut M&Ms no longer a thing. Can't have them because the kids, if I breathe on them, they're going to die." That's what Mason said.
I'm not sure that's a direct quote, but I get what you're saying.
That's actually what he said to me at the store. In my experience, most kids don't have their party on their actual birthday. Why not have a peanut butter cake for your kid on their birthday, but have the cake that will not accidentally kill your nephew at the party? Are you taking every precautionary measure? Sure. Can an accident still happen? It was totally avoidable. Yeah. I'm not saying the kids should be in a bubble, and agree that the mother's reaction was a bit of not a lot extreme. Was a bit, I think it's supposed to say, if not a lot extreme, especially since she did get a separate cake that was safe. Maybe she didn't know that someone could have reactions from the oils or even airborne food particles. I'm just saying that if my nephew had food allergies, I would do everything in my power to make sure that when at my house or under my care, he couldn't come in contact with the thing that could easily kill him. So Mason, what you're saying is that if you had a niece or a nephew, you would not allow peanut butter to be in your house, because what if one of your young children went over to that peanut butter jar and opened the jar, and then the kid's throat swelled up and died right there on your kitchen floor because he was there eating a mayonnaise sandwich because he can't eat peanut butter? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pep,
Here's the thing, right?
I know you're gonna stick up for Mason. I know you're gonna, because you can't help
I
yourself.
assure you, I am not gonna stick up for Mason. I'm gonna kind of dodge Mason and everybody else's answers entirely. The fact that Phobic Squirrel said you lost me at mayonnaise. The fact that this woman is overreacting to the severity that she did, I said overreacting, shows two things. One, she wants to make her sister's life a living hell, and she's probably jealous. She's probably the ugly sister, let's be real. But two, she's a fucking hypocrite. Because if she cared that much about her kid, I bet she would do something about making that kid's school safe. Because we're like we're in a society where like kids are getting shot in schools and nobody's doing fucking anything about it. But at the birthday party, she wants like frontline security. She wants peanut butter. She wants like scanners to make sure there's no peanuts in the air. Like, I feel like this woman could focus on much more important things. And I'm not saying that her son's health is not important. I'm saying there's a bigger picture here where we could protect all of the children, not just this one. If you want to lose your fucking mind, if you also want to protect your kid in the meantime, then just pull your sister aside and say, hey, I don't know if you knew this, but my son has a pretty severe allergic reaction to peanut butter, and we're actually going to have to take off. It's nothing you did. I know it was an accident, but we're going to get out of here. But if you want to lose your mind and go fucking crazy, go to the school, man, and tell them to protect your fucking kid, not your sister.
Did they even say how severe the peanut allergy was in the thing?
I don't recall it being brought up.
I'm a little upset. I ordered dinner over an hour ago, like probably closer to like an hour and a half ago, and they're still not here with it. Hold on a second. My dogs are going ape shit. It's fucking dogs. You know, I kept them down here for Colin.
Phobic Squirrel says you should just make your own dinner.
It's true. I should have, but I didn't. Erica's out of town for the weekend. She had to go to a funeral in Florida. And so I've been here all by myself. Colin just came home today. It's been a fucking hot mess. Anyway.
Erica, we're sorry for your loss.
Yes, very much so. Glad that you got to enjoy your vacation for the weekend. Yesterday was rough, man. I want to get out of mail time, but yesterday was rough, dude. My knee was really bad, dude. And it was hard taking care of these little fuckers. It's not really, like, Rex and Levi are chill as fuck. The other one, though, Mackie, she's a fucking handful. Anyway, so that's it for mail time. I appreciate everybody sending in their comments. If we get one out today, if we don't get I think that's what we're going to stick with, right, Pat? Is Am I the Assholes for this free merch giveaway? That's what we're going to do.
On today's show, I inserted a TikTok that I think we could go either way on. But we can do Am I the Assholes? We can do Would You Rathers. You know what I mean? We can kind of make a little bit of a potpourri.
Well, I like the Am I the Assholes only because they require a actually thought out response, not like with Would You Rathers. It's either one or the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're not going to win by just answering one or the other. It's about winning. It's about coming up with a response that's, a little bit of a mind bender.
Yeah, I hear you. But this, I don't know. We'll see how it plays out, I guess. Let's get on mail time and do memes.
If we're not able to do the TikTok, we could do the very classic. If you could have any superhero power, what would you choose and why? And just let people freestyle.
I'm definitely not doing it.
Why?
Because that is too broad of a range.
And we'll get good answers.
All right, Pat, let's do meme time. Now, Pat, I threw in 2 memes. Did you happen to see them before we started the show?
I saw one that, let me see. No, I still only see one.
Okay, well, there's 2 in there, and they're fucking classic. So the first one, I asked you before the show, if anybody doesn't know, Zach Wilson is the quarterback for the Jets. He, this week, his ex-girlfriend is dating his high school roommate, or his college roommate. They were buddies all through college. I believe they're still buddies. And his ex-girlfriend is dating her, or his buddy there. And some people went to go, like, kind of talk some shit to her on Instagram or Twitter, on one of these fucking platforms. And she responded and said, well, Zach's banging his mom. So it is what it is, kind of basically what she said. So this guy is a fucking legend, right? So I saw this. Obviously, this isn't real, but it's absolutely hysterical. It's a text message between. It's on Facebook. So it says, "Hey Zach, I'm a huge fan of yours," with a kissy emoji. I'm 22 years old. I'm an IG model, and I'm going to the Jets' first game this season just to see you. I'll be wearing your jersey. Will you wave to me? And he said, "Who's the friend in your profile picture?" And she goes, "LOL, that's just my mom." And he says, "Will she be at the game too?" with those eye emojis, like looking the other way. So I thought that was fucking absolutely hysterical for
That's fucking great.
Yeah, that was it was a real knee slapper. This one, Pat, I did for you. I saw this and
I thought I sent this in.
No, I sent this in, dude. This is fucking absolutely hilarious.
I do have this. I'll delete it because I have this to send in.
Oh, did you? Oh, yeah. Well, it's funny that Great Minds Think Alike. So I immediately thought of you when I saw this. It's a old school Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing, and at the top it says they taught us so much with like the eyes getting teared up emoji, and it's April in the middle with all 4 Ninja Turtles and they're eating pizza, and at the bottom it says chicks dig guys that eat out.
That's fucking just brilliant advertising.
It really is. That would go in the good advertising segment, not a bad advertising. Pat, you want to do the next ones?
Yep. Miss Elizabeth sent this one in. It is fucking, the letterboard signs, the light up letterboard signs, and it says, "Just got a role in a porno. I'm the spouse at work."
That's a good one.
I sent this one in. It says, "When your best friend's grandma owns a gas station," and it is just 2 people's heads, clearly from a porn. It's a very young male and a very, very old woman, very much openly tongue kissing.
This is fucked up.
This is a question. The question is, how poor are you? And the answer from me with a colon is, this dude is now hanging out his, like on a clothesline, his used condoms, drying them out so he can use them again. That's how poor he is. This is a little kid sitting on his mom's lap. He says, "Mommy, what were you doing last night bouncing on Daddy's stomach?" And she said, "I have to do that or Daddy's belly gets very fat. Bouncing keeps him skinny." And he said, "That's not going to work." And she said, "Why not?" And he says, "Because Tina the babysitter keeps blowing him back up again."
It's fucked up, Pat. It's fucked up. You have a sick sense of humor. Adultery is not funny. Oh, I did not put this picture in, Pat. Fuck.
What picture?
The bad advertising.
Oh.
I'll get it. Why don't you you have a state game. Are you ready to play a state game?
Yeah, I'm always ready for a state game.
I don't know why I like doing these bad advertisings with the memes. It makes it a little bit easier for me, but I'm not complaining. I'm just voicing my opinion in the matter. You know what I mean?
I do. All right. I am ready.
All right, I am ready. Remember
Somehow.
last week, guys, I went 4 for 6 on the state game, and I didn't cheat.
That's true. This week there are only 5.
Okay.
And remarkably, none of them are about vaginas. Like some, it's kind of like a mix of all different things. These are pretty much all penis references.
Okay.
So, Tom, do you have a pen and a piece of paper?
Yes, I do.
Tom, your first town. Dry wood.
Okay.
Your second town. Big bone. Your third town. Dry prong.
So these are all dick ones. Gotcha.
Your fourth town. Bangor. That's Bangor. And your fifth, Blue Ball Village.
Blue Ball Village. Story of my life. States, Pat.
So,
One of them's going to be
Tom,
Maine.
Tom, your first state, sure, we'll do Maine.
Okay.
And then Louisiana, Kansas, Kentucky, and Maryland.
Maryland. All right, so we'll get the easy one out of the way. Bangor is Maine.
That is correct.
Drywood, I'm gonna go with Kansas. Is that right?
Do you want me to tell you as we go?
Yeah.
That is correct.
All right. Louisiana, I want to say is gonna be Blue Ball Village, or it could be Big Bone, but I want to go Blue Ball Village.
That is incorrect.
Ooh. All right. So, Maryland is gonna be Kentucky Dry Prong.
That is incorrect.
Oh, jeez. And then Maryland, I would have to say, so I don't use anything, would have to be Big Bone. But that's not right.
That is
So
incorrect.
yeah, obviously. Thanks for that. Appreciate it, John. All right,
You got Drywood, Kansas,
Drywood.
Big Bone, Kentucky, Dry
Ooh.
Prong, Louisiana, Bangor, Maine, and Blue Ball Village, Maryland.
Hold on, you know that I said Big Bone, Kentucky, right? No, I said Dry Prong. My bad.
No problem.
Damn. All right, not bad. I win 2 out of 5. Not horrible. Not my worst one.
Could have been worse.
Could have been worse. All right. So we got this bad advertising, just one of them.
So this is a banner outside of a church on their, I guess, wrought iron picket fence. And it's for St. Thomas York. And it reads across the top, "What happens when you die?" And then in a field in the middle to invite you to their church, it says, to the question, "What happens when you die?" Come and find out. Sundays, 10 a.m., May through June. I fucking love it. Somebody paid money for this banner. Fucking dumbass.
Fucking classic. All right, so we're gonna try and do that TikTok, which I guess is what we're gonna do. I think we should switch to TikTok if we're gonna use that for the merch giveaway. And
oh my god, this is so touchy though.
What's so touchy?
Like
I'm just saying
which one of them is in the right.
Well, no, that's fine. We can use it, but I want to tell everybody who won last week's.
Oh, okay. Before we introduce the new one, you mean?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So last week, so everybody remembers, we don't know what we're giving away this week, but this last week was a not ATF hat from Second Armament. Our boys, remember, everything that they have is nice and comfortable. I'm wearing a new shirt. Shall not be infringed is my new shirt. Pat and I just placed a fucking huge order yesterday for some new shit. Unfortunately, all their hats are out of stock, which kind of sucks. At least all their hats that I would wear. But he says that he's getting them in stock. They're on their way. So, but the comment that one came from a guy that doesn't watch the show a whole lot, but saw our video on Facebook and put in a comment. Mr. Tim McCaffrey. His response was, she should tell Karen she needs to go suck a bag of broken dicks. Plus, when it's her son's b-day, get him a Snickers.
You're not yourself when you're hungry.
Fucking Tim. Classic.
It's fantastic.
Classic McCaffrey over there. So I'm gonna see Tim. As long as I see Nick, I'll get him his hat on Friday. Awesome shit. So we're gonna try this. Perfect. All right. So we're gonna go right into this TikTok bat. Hopefully the audio.
I don't know. You're obviously gonna have to prepare a clip out of this for Nick. Just if there's anything you can do to make your life easier, do it now.
Yeah. Just let me write something down. 35 minutes.
Go ahead, say, goddamn, Patrick, that was good thinking.
Good thinking, Patrick. Actually, I got you one better, Pat. I got you one better. This is what we're going to do. Ready? All right. So our question of the week for the free Second Armament giveaway is going to be based off this TikTok right here.
You know I don't get my food stamps to the 7.
Lisa, is that my problem?
But if you're trying to help out, though, you're not helping out.
I'm not trying to help. I'm trying to help my son.
But how are you helping your son when you're only getting food for just him and not the other kids, his siblings? Them are his siblings, though. He's not finna eat in front of all his other siblings, and they're not eating on McDonald's. No, why do I gotta put?
Bring him out to the car. I'll let him eat.
No. He's not finna eat that shit at all if you can't bring enough for everybody.
Lisa, so you're telling me that I gotta bring? So when I bring my son food, I gotta bring your kids food too now?
Yes.
You sound dumb.
How is that dumb? You sound dumb. You sound dumb.
Where are they daddies at? Nobody told you to talk to them other. You had them other kids. They're your responsibility. They're not my responsibility.
Okay, but if you're gonna bring one, you need to bring it for all. How do that shit look that I'm letting one child eat McDonald's and all the rest of the kids can't eat no fucking McDonald's?
So
you know I get food stamps on the 11th.
That ain't 3 kids that ain't mine. 3 kids that ain't mine.
Yeah, you know I don't get my food stamps.
Damn, Pat, that was a good one, man. That was a fucking good one. Oh,
that was sent in by Miss Elizabeth, the beautiful Miss Elizabeth.
What a fucking banger that one is. Pat, Pat, where you at? Where are you at with that? Because I know exactly where I'm at with it.
Tommy, let me start by saying,
what the?
I
said,
I 100% agree with this woman that she should not let her son eat McDonald's in front of his siblings. That said, what a lousy piece of shit she's being that this man has gone out of his way, knowing that there's clearly not fucking food in the house, to get his child food. He brings it and is like, that's fine. He doesn't have to eat in front of his siblings. Bring him on down. He can eat with me in the car. And she's like, no. Because then I can't explain to the kids what a piece of shit you are. Like, that's not fair because it's going to make me look bad. I don't see in anybody's world how it's this guy's responsibility to feed those other children. Could he have done it? Absolutely. Would I say he's a sucker? No, absolutely not. It was a really nice gesture if he did it. The fact is, he's taking care of his responsibility, not everybody else's, and I got no fucking problem with that.
Yeah, Pat, I'm 100% with you. I'm 100% with you.
I love that there's like a moment of silence after he's like, where are their dads? And it's just like,
yeah, like, they ain't around. Go fuck themselves. You know, like, Pat, I'm with you, dude. And that's how women are, man. I hate to say that, but that's how some of these baby mamas be, man. Like,
I'd
oh,
like to
you got
point
to
out
bring.
that the number nine with Tommy podcast as a whole did not just demean all of an entire gender. That was specifically the bald man sitting across
I
from me.
quickly changed it and said that's how some of these baby mamas be.
Okay.
I quickly I realized what I said, Patrick. Phobic said right. They're talking shit. What the fuck?
She is out of her fucking mind for making this guy feel guilty for not buying her other children food. I mean, could you imagine this guy showing up on Christmas morning and her saying, "You can't give your son a gift because you didn't get my other kids gifts"? Fuck off.
Yeah, it's not good. Pat, we got to pause the show real quick. I'm gonna need you to entertain the chat for a little bit.
Luckily, I have Littlefoot here.
Yeah,
on,
don't entertain him with
Littlefoot.
a fucking cat, dude.
You're about to get cat asshole up on the screen. Oh, he jumped down. Did your food finally arrive? Did the dog shit on the couch? He said it's already happened once, had to go get the tissues. I don't know what that was in response to. Tom looks like a straight gangster with the way he's wearing. Oh, gotcha. Nice. Tom looks gangster as fuck right now, the way he's just rocking his headphones all willy-nilly. Just carefree, talking on his phone and shit. He looks legitimately concerned, but also mildly annoyed. He's got the FMA going on. He's going to do the thing where he just slams his hand down on something. Yeah, what's up? No. Wow, so he just hung up. Tom asked me to make out with him. When I said no, he just hung up on me. Public Squirrel said, these motherfuckers really ain't got my food. Hey, pal, how's it going?
All right, I'm back. Everything's good. Everything's kind of good, I guess. We'll talk about it later.
Is your food on the way?
According to the lady there, she said that they tried to deliver it. They sat outside my house extra long. They tried to call me multiple times. Pat, I've been on video chat with you since roughly 6:30. Has my phone rang once?
No, sir, it has not.
Yeah, that's what I said. My phone never fucking rang, lady. Anyway,
don't you have a doorbell?
Yeah, and my son's been upstairs the entire time because he's going to be the one receiving the food. So, yeah, good times.
Interesting.
Yeah, great times. Anyway, so we got Three Finger News. I'm gonna drop the song clip in, and we'll start Three Finger News.
Nice.
All right, Pat, hit us with the Three Finger News.
News that's sure to shock you. Tom, did you pick a stop point for your video clip for Nick?
Already did it.
Okay, good.
Video's made,
Tom,
dude.
First, what's that?
Video's already made, ready to go.
Okay. The first article from Three Finger News that's sure to shock you. A pregnant woman in Texas cited for an HOV violation told the cop her fetus is the passenger.
That's fucking awesome.
Here's the thing. The justification that she uses is why this is fucking newsworthy, because it's fucking brilliant. I hate everything about this woman. A pregnant Texas woman who got a ticket for driving alone in the carpool lane plans to fight the citation, arguing her unborn child should count as a second person. The woman, whose name I will not mention because she has not been convicted of anything, was headed to pick up her son when she was stopped at a sheriff's checkpoint targeting HOV drivers breaking the rules. By law, in order to use the high occupancy vehicle lanes, drivers must have at least one passenger in the car. He starts poking around. He's like, "Is it just you?" And I said, "No, there's two of us." And he said, "Well, where's the other person?" And I went, "Right here." And she pointed to her stomach. At the time of the incident last month, she was 34 weeks pregnant, but the officer told her, "That doesn't count." And then I said, "Well, I'm trying to throw a political mix here."
I'm trying.
Oh my God. Well, I'm not trying to throw a political mix here, but with everything going on with Roe v. Wade, this counts as a baby, she said. Though Texas Penal Code recognizes an unborn child as a person, the state's transportation code doesn't. She got a $275 ticket. She plans to fight the ticket in court. This should have been the thing that we talked about because she's got a valid argument right now. I hate everything about this woman because she's a fucking asshole.
That's I don't think she's an asshole. I think that's I would never go that route with it, but I can see how somebody would.
I can just see her in court being like, you know what? If I was the judge, I instantly would be like, "You win. Get the fuck out of here." I am totally with you. Because, listen, if this isn't a life, then I would like an abortion right now. And if I can't have an abortion, tell me why I can't have an abortion. The answer is because this is, in fact, a life. So I had high occupancy. There you go.
Yeah, it's crazy.
This woman, oh my God, she found a loophole, like Hollywood level loophole. This was brilliant.
Yeah, I liked it. I think the name of the show should be High Occupancy Lane or something like that, or HOV. All right, Pat. Let's.
HOV versus Roe v. Wade.
Oh my God, I'm not putting Roe v. Wade in another one of our titles ever. I know that you're itching to talk about this, so let's hear it.
All right, Tom. Let's start with the title. You really got to focus on what this title is. And then when we read the article, you'll understand why we really need to pay attention. For the record, this is the New York Times. If anybody's wondering what's going on here, this is the New York Times. I'm reading from the New York Times. I got this article out of the New York Times. Thank you. Now, officer shot unarmed black man more than 60 times, police say. That's the title of the article. Okay. Thank you. Here's the article. The police chief in Akron, Ohio, said Jayland Walker was fatally shot by officers after fleeing a traffic stop. The police reported gunfire from Mr. Walker's vehicle after attempting to pull him over, but confirmed he was unarmed at the time he was chased on foot and killed. That detail was among the facts that began to emerge in the killing of the man, Jayland Walker, who died last Monday after fleeing the police during what was supposed to be a routine traffic stop. At a news conference on Sunday, the police released body camera videos of the pursuit and shooting that showed the officer's actions but deepened many questions around his death, which remains under investigation. Mr. Walker had one traffic ticket and no criminal record. The police said they initially sought to pull him over for an equipment violation and a traffic violation. 8 officers who were directly involved in the shooting have been placed on administrative leave, according to department policy, the police said. Following the release of the videos, hundreds of protesters marched in downtown Akron, demanding justice for Mr. Walker and decreeing police violence as Mr. Walker's family urged the community to remain peaceful. Second note, Mr. Walker's family is saying, please remain peaceful. In one video, a popping sound can be heard at one point, and an officer reports gunfire coming from the door of Mr. Walker's car. The shot itself is not visible from the footage, but during the news conference, footage from outside the car was shown that seemed to capture a muzzle flash coming from Mr. Walker's driver's side door. The police said during the news conference that the handgun was later found in Mr. Walker's car and that a bullet casing was found near where they said he had fired the gun that was consistent with the weapon found in Mr. Walker's vehicle. A still photo released by the police showed the handgun on the seat along with a gold ring. Mr. Walker's girlfriend died recently in a car accident. Bobby DiCello, a lawyer for the Walker family, said Mr. Walker had only recently obtained the gun. Jayland was not familiar with firearms, and we do not know if it accidentally fired. But police did find no bullets in the handgun when they found it in the car after his death. In the news conference, the police did not address whether the handgun in the car was unloaded, but said there was a loaded magazine on the seat. I'll try to speed this up a little bit. I don't want to cut too much of the important information out. As the chase continued, it lasted more than 7 minutes. The footage shows an officer saying that Mr. Walker's car is slowing down. Mr. Walker's car had reached speeds of more than 50 miles per hour at times going through residential neighborhoods. 50. He's flying. Seconds later, Mr. Walker, wearing a ski mask, exits the vehicle and begins to flee on foot. The chase was brief, and the footage appears to show a number of officers pursuing Mr. Walker, weapons drawn, into a nearby parking lot while shouting at him. Police officers had initially deployed tasers but were unsuccessful. The police said a few seconds later, the officers opened fire and Mr. Walker drops to the ground. The police chief said he wasn't sure how many shots had been fired at Mr. Walker. He could not confirm an exact number of bullets that struck him, though he cited the wounds reported by the medical examiner, but he anticipated the number would be very high. He said the shots were fired. Okay. The chief confirmed that Mr. Walker was unarmed after fleeing the car. However, like they said in an earlier meeting, that included the chief and the family. The chief said that they had not seen evidence that suggested the officers' lives were threatened. So, Tom, this goes into like the lawyer saying they just want to turn my client into a monster. People from the NAACP are saying it just keeps perpetuating the same thing over and over. Actually, that direct quote was from a 41-year-old African American barbershop owner in Akron.
But Pat, that last thing that you read, that last thing that you read, that the chief confirmed that Mr. Walker was unarmed when fleeing his car. Yeah. You missed the first part where he said that the officers contended that Mr. Walker had quickly turned around towards the officers and made a motion towards his waist area.
Yes.
That's kind of important to know whether or not he was unarmed or not.
My bad. So I have read this full article. I was trying to skip. I didn't realize that I had skipped an important detail. I'm trying not to skip the important details. As for that barbershop owner, at the end of the day, his wife said she is a retail fashion store owner. The threat to people who were in the same position of Walker, the danger is immediate no matter what they do. She added that people from all races and backgrounds need to realize that this is happening. It just seems to be getting worse. Tom, this is the story, long and short, right? The kid has a gun. He has at least one round in the gun. We'll call that in the chamber.
Yep.
I'm guessing he probably either tried to hide the gun or he wanted to grab the gun so it was like on his seat so that the police knew that there was no threat. Either way, he accidentally discharges the gun. Let's assume that's what happened since nobody saw him fire it at anything or anybody. So the kid's not really familiar with firearms. He accidentally discharges it. Then he places the gun down and goes running. Now, something tells me he didn't send like a text message or call 911 and let them know that he was no longer armed. So now he goes running, presumably with the gun.
Yes.
Several police officers are following him. He stops and turns around. Who knows why he was reaching for his waist? Possibly if he was running to pull up his pants. If I walk 5 feet, I have to pull my pants up, right? You pull your pants up all day.
Yes.
So he starts running and goes, there's 8 of them. My pants are falling down. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm far enough away from that gun. Like, I'm safe now. They can't accuse me of anything. So I'm just going to stop here. He turns around. He reaches for his waist. Whammo bammo. He gets killed by the police. I think we can agree that we can see how this seems to be a justified shoot. Yes?
Yes.
60 rounds. Can you, in a million years, tell me how 60 rounds was the right number of bullets to hit this kid?
I don't think that's how many hit him. But what I can say is there was 8 of them. If you do some quick math, that's less than 10. It's roughly 8 rounds a person. Actually,
Yep.
7 rounds a person. Not saying that that's justifiable, but I imagine they all started firing, and I don't know their training, but I'm sure their training, if you're shooting to kill, is not one bullet.
I agree.
So
I absolutely
should
agree.
it be less than 60? Yes. Should it be somewhere? It's probably in if there's 8 of them,
I would say 24.
I would go as high as 40. 5 shots each.
Okay. I do think that,
But that would
with
be
the
my
amount
high.
of training a police officer has, if you fire your gun and hit your target, you know. Okay. Even if you fire your gun and somebody hits your target, you should know. Now, if somebody hit you, I believe he was hit or grazed 47 times. I think that was the actual number. Grazed being the funniest word I've ever seen in one of these articles. Not haha funny, but like, wow, this tastes funny. 47 rounds hit this fucking kid. So if you said all police are racist because they killed this kid, I would say you're really not paying attention to the story. If you said this kid didn't deserve to get shot 47 times, I would say you're absolutely right. His girlfriend died recently. His mind's a fucking blur. He's an idiot for accidentally discharging his firearm. And at that point should have thrown the fucking gun out the window and pulled over. He should have put his hands on the roof of his car and said, oh my fucking God, this is so bad. I can also understand why he would never do that in a million years with the climate, with all the things that are being said about police shooting unarmed black people, that he went, nope, I'm going to run until I'm a safe distance, until they see like my hands are clear. I don't have any weapons. And then, all that's going on. And he like goes to pull up his pants or, whatever he was going to do. This is a fucking tragedy as far as I'm concerned, because I don't think that there was malice from these police, and I don't think that this kid deserved to die.
No, I'm 100% with you.
This is heartbreaking. It really is. It sucks.
It really is, and it's really sad. Like you said, you started with I wanted to stop as soon as you read the part that said that he had a firearm in the vehicle and it was discharged, because they're saying that he was unarmed. Yes, at the time of the shooting, yes, he was unarmed. But those cops
please,
didn't.
Can we go back to that? The New York Times writes the fucking headline: unarmed black man shot by police. You fucking cocksuckers.
Yeah.
What a fucking misleading headline. You pieces of shit.
And they know that most people just read the headline. So, another black kid got shot. But I think another is like, again, I'm very logical thinking. I think when I like a lot of me is logic, right? And again, we're not in these scenarios, so I can't say how I would react live. But if I'm black and I'm in this situation, right? One, why didn't you stop for the traffic stop? That's just stupid. Two, well, and it's unclear too, right? If he was getting pulled over for an infraction, or if the gun was discharged by accident, and that's why he was getting pulled over, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of unknowns.
They were initially going to pull him over for a violation and an infraction. So I'm going to say that was like he had no seatbelt and he had a brake light out.
Yeah. But again, why not just pull over? If you have an unregistered gun in the car, you tell them, I have an unregistered gun. It wasn't my gun. It was my girlfriend's gun. It was kept in here. And like, I can understand why he was scared, right? Like I told you, but out of all these stories, why are you running? Running automatically in the police's eyes makes you look guilty as shit. And then you accidentally discharge the firearm. Now it's like, dude, you have zero fucking chance.
Yeah, you got to throw that gun out the window. You got to throw the clip out the other window.
Yeah, but even if they see the guns go out the window, right? They don't know how many guns he has.
That's why you put your hands on that ceiling, bro. Steering wheel, out the window. Anything other than getting out of your car and running.
Yes. Yes, and like I understand that the kid he's 25 years old, dude. He's scared to death, right? Literally scared to death. And he doesn't know.
He thought that if he sat still, he was going to die. So he ran and then he died.
Yeah. It's
the
really
options for this kid, the feeling that this kid, this is the worst, 30 seconds of somebody's life that I can imagine, because he was terrified that he was going to die. And then exactly what he was afraid of happened, only not the way he was expecting. He was expecting racist cops to not give him an opportunity. So he ran, and then he put these cops in a situation where it sounds like they did what any decent, trained, professional officer would do.
the only thing that I can agree with you on is that they definitely overshot. But again, we're not those police officers. We don't fucking know, man. Like I can't even imagine.
I can easily see this becoming a new age, a modern era Rodney King, where where the mass majority of white people are saying, oh, well, he had a gun and he deserved to get killed. And the mass majority of black people are saying, well, that's pretty fucking excessive, right? Like this was not necessary. Where we knew that Rodney King was high on drugs, that we weren't debating, did he break the law? The debate was his served punishment with no trial, with no jury, with no judge, with none of that. Did he get what he deserved at the time? And the answer was no. Rodney King, I'm pretty sure, made out like a fucking bandit at the end of the day because of that. This kid will never have that opportunity. He won't be able to have his day in court and say, hey, yes, I fucked up, but they fucked up bigger. And that is really, really shitty. And it's from the sounds of it.
But I can't even really say that they. But I can't even really say that they fucked up bigger, right? The only thing that they did was fire too many bullets. Like, and that's the only wrongdoing. And is that really wrong? Like, I don't know what the protocol is. How many times you're supposed to fire a weapon?
I absolutely agree. I don't know. That's the shitty part, is I don't know what the rule is. But if you fire your firearm one time, I would say that's a stupid shot. If you fire it 3 times, knowing that you hit your target, does he still he was reaching for his waist. Is he still moving? Could he still pull that gun out and shoot back at us? I don't know, because I would really be interested in seeing this body cam footage and seeing. I love that somebody in there said there was no immediate threat to the officers, because what it sounds like is they didn't fucking realize that.
Well, yeah. Like you said, nobody was at the car. They were all chasing him. They didn't fucking get down. Like, as soon as that kid reached for his waistband, because they didn't say this kid had the time to turn around and face them, then reach for his waistband, probably pulling up his pants like you're saying, or whatever, and that's when he got shot. So it's not like they didn't shoot him in the back. They didn't. From everything here, it seems like
30 of those bullets could have hit him in the back. There were so many fucking bullets.
But what I'm saying is they didn't fire at him when he was facing the wrong way, based off what's here. So I don't know. It's but like you said, Pat, it's a fucking tragedy, and we wouldn't be talking about it today if he wasn't black, but we don't know if it would have happened if he wasn't black. Like, there's so many different variables in this thing. But do I think that this was a case of the racist cop thing? No. I don't think in any way, shape,
I don't
or form.
think this is one bad apple. I don't think this is racist cops. And fuck, man, how many times are legitimate things going to be questioned now? This is the pendulum, right? We talk about this all the time. The pendulum always swings back and forth. The George Floyd thing was indisputably wrong.
Yes.
So now, because of that, and because of other situations like that, every single thing will be put under a microscope, which I'm fine with. But let's not give it national media attention. Let's not put it out on the stage with half of the details. Let's not give misleading fucking headlines like the New York fucking Times, who put that in this fucking headline. Let's force the commentary to be open and honest and say, here's what we have. We have a situation where a suspect was killed by police. The police are currently under a suspension, and that's where we're at. We're going to investigate this. We have members of this group investigating it with the police. We have members of this group investigating it with them. And when everybody is on the same page, we will let every bit of the public know what happened.
Yeah.
All the footage will be there, all the audio will be there. But this is what we do, man. We just we fucking rush to the fire to put it out. No, let this develop. Let them do their fucking jobs, and then let's talk about it.
Yeah, 100%. Pat, I gotta tell you, I hate ending the show on these fucking things, dude. When it's so depressing.
We could move Three Finger News.
Oh. Something to talk about for later. But Pat, I think we put together a good show today. Hopefully we're both in good spirits on Wednesday, so we can both make the show.
This Wednesday, we did not do a show because I miraculously made my way through my day. I went to bed at 8:30, 9 o'clock on Monday. I went to bed at 9:15 on Wednesday. I went to bed at 9:05 on Thursday. I had a weird week. I was out fucking cold all week, very early.
Well,
and then of course Friday, because we had plans, I didn't want to fall asleep on Miss Elizabeth, so I drank a Monster Energy drink at fucking 3:45 in the afternoon. Now I don't do this past noon. It's bad news bears. So I woke up pouring sweat at 2 a.m. fucking Friday night and couldn't go back to bed.
Nice.
Yeah, it was awesome.
We planned on doing the show Thursday, but I had a fucking rough day Thursday, so we ended up not doing it at all. So hopefully we get you two this week. Like we said earlier in the show, be on the lookout. We're gonna I'm really fucking excited to be doing the show with Griff. It's gonna be a good time. So we should be dropping those in the next couple of weeks here. We're trying to figure everything out. He was talking about maybe dropping in so we could see his audio on through his side. Because he wants to do that before we actually release an episode, but maybe I can get him in on Wednesday. Yeah.
Would you like me to write an ad read for that? We haven't discussed that.
Yeah, we can write one, do one up real quick. If we can get you, me, and Griff.
Some ideas for your show as well.
Absolutely. What we should do is get you, me, and Griff in a Discord channel together, and then record the ad read, and then we can all talk about it. I want to get Nick. We got to get together with Nick one of these weekends here, so we can work on our plans with him. We got a lot of stuff coming up, man. Hopefully, I get all excited, but real life pops up, and sometimes it's not feasible. So I hope.
Now we are a go. Can we talk about what we're doing with Nick this summer? Have we mentioned it on the show?
I don't think so. I was actually asking Griff that yesterday. We will be at, I don't remember exactly which ones, but I'm pretty sure the Harrington Fair.
I was pretty sure the Harrington Fair as well.
So Nick, Second Armament, has a booth set up at a couple of fairs he does. Little to my knowledge, you have to actually get accepted to go to these things, and then you get to pay him. So Nick has booths set up at a couple fairs. He's trying to get into Goshen. I think Harrington is definitely a go, and I think there's one other fair that's definitely a go that's around our area of Connecticut. So we will be there. One of them is over Labor Day weekend, and that's a guarantee. So that is actually Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So we can actually probably do all 3 days there if we wanted to. Pat and I will be there, I would say, a majority of the day. I don't know if we're going to do all day. But we will be there. We'll have some merch. We're probably going to record a show from there, do interviews, stuff like that. I just bought special mics for people to be outside with. So a lot of good stuff.
Let's openly state that Number Niners, if you have any interest in being on the show, go to these fucking fairs and be on the show. We will be there. We are bringing the show to you. The cameras, the microphones, the recording, everything. We'll be there with you. We'll have a bunch of questions, a bunch of debate topics. We're going to have a bunch of fun. We're going to give away free shit. We're going to sell some cool shit. It's going to be a very, very good time. And there's tons of good food.
Yes. Fairs are fucking fantastic. So as they get closer and we know what days they are and exactly what fairs they are, we will let you guys know on the show, and we'll let you know what days we'll be there, but whatever days the fairs are going on, Nick will definitely be there, so make sure if you can't make it on a day with us, you go over and see our buddy Nick at Second Armament. He'll have his thing set up there. I'm sure he'll honor our Number Niners code at 10% at checkout at the fair for you. So yeah, it's going to be a fucking awesome fall with this.
Speaking of Second Armament stuff, my boy Luscious helped me fix a brake line on the truck. Olga is running again. And we got some second armament stickers on the back window of the truck. Super exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited for all these shirts. Like Pat came over, we ordered some stuff, and I just couldn't help myself. I pretty much ordered every fucking shirt that they offer.
Yeah, I'm not exaggerating. We ordered what is a reasonable wardrobe, including a plethora of shirts, enough to get you through a week. And we also ordered a hat, and we were significantly under $200.
Yes. It was a very affordable site. He has some that are on sale. I don't know if he's phasing those because he makes all the like whatever the pictures are on the shirts. He makes all those himself. So I don't know if he's phasing some out to add some new ones in that he has. I don't really know, but like I said, the only bummer I see is that he's out of hats. Because I would have definitely ordered some hats. But
Yeah, we were looking at some of the hats. God damn. Make them, Nick. Make more hats.
I think he's just waiting for the hats to actually come in so he can make them. So, but yeah, anything you want to add, Pat, before we get out of here?
Number Niners, I say good day.
Tim, thanks for watching. Nick, thanks for stopping in. Erica was on the show today because she's currently flying.
Miss Elizabeth is currently screaming her brains out.
Oh my god, Backstreet Boys, oh my god. Yeah, so hopefully we'll catch you guys on Saturday or on Wednesday. Jesus.